Man found dead in Montego Bay. St. James, Jamaica. The police in St. James are now investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a man whose body was found in Dean's Lane in Montego Bay on Monday morning. The police have not yet been able to identify him. Preliminary police reports are that about 2 a.m. residents heard what they believe to be gunshots and called the police. Lawmen arrived and found the man in a pool of blood. He was wearing a white merino blue jeans pants and a pair of white socks. According to the police, the man appeared to be in his 40s, is of dark complexion, stout build, and about 5 feet 10 inches tall. Investigations are ongoing. Farmers accused of shooting woman in face attempted robbery. St. Ann, Jamaica. Detectives in St. Ann have charged 2 farmers following the wounding of a woman during a robbery attempt in Miles District in the parish on Saturday, March 19. Charged with wounding with intent, illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, assault with intent to rob, and conspiracy are 28-year-old Jason Ricketts of Galetown, Clarendon, and 31-year-old Claude Davis of Boroughbridge District in Cape Valley, St. Ann. Reports are that about 11 p.m., a woman driving an Audi motorcar was signaled to stop by the men, who were traveling in an understep wagon. She was ordered at gunpoint to exit her vehicle, but she refused and was shot in the face. She stepped off and was assisted to hospital by residents. Davis and Ricketts were arrested during an operation in Brownstown, St. Ann on Monday, March 21. Davis gave a caution statement and Ricketts was pointed out during an identification parade. Both men were charged on Sunday, April 3 following police interviews. Their court date has been finalized. Manchester man killed after sharing Sunday dinner with his cousins. Manchester, Jamaica. A Manchester family has been plunged into grief following Sunday's murder of 28-year-old Camarly Bryan at Beverly District in the parish. Bryan had just shared a Sunday dinner with 2 of his relatives when a gunman shot him in his face. A report from the Police Constabulary Communications Unit said about 7:25 Bryan was at his sister's shop when gunmen entered and ordered items and exited. The police said shortly after explosions were heard and Bryan was seen suffering from a gunshot wound, he was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. A relative who asked not to be named felt strongly that Bryan's killing was in relation to an argument at a party in the neighboring community of Evergreen. Him did have an argument with a guy in Evergreen on Saturday night at a dance, the relative said. Bryan was reportedly performing stunts with his car when the man said to have threatened to kill him. Bryan always about him look a freestyle on the car, and while he was doing that, the people them there like it, so them about him and said it was too short, so in the more, the relatives said. The following day, Bryan was enjoying his Sunday evening with his relatives when the killer posed as a customer and ordered a cigarette in the bar. Him did a DJ and a go on with him is a unique style. Him go sent Elizabeth and come back. Him asked him dinner and sit across the road on the wall and attack to him cousins, the relatives said. Everybody that crossed the road when the man passed and go in the bar. Him ordered a cigarette, added the relative. The gunman reportedly asked Bryan and his relatives where a party was being held. The relatives said, just as everyone answered the gunman's question, to say they were not aware of an event in the area Bryan was shot. Me seen collapse on him face, me run go grab him up and turn him over, and a beer blood me see a come through him mouth and nose, the relatives said. Councillor for the Michael Division, Rowan Kennedy, commented the murder, saying nowhere in Jamaica is safe anymore. Michael is a quiet area. What's happening now is not unique to here. It is a national thing, he said. I don't think anywhere in Jamaica now we can say is safe from criminal activities. It is a national crime and we need a unified approach to solve the crime problem because it really is getting out of control, he added. He mentioned statements made by 2 former ministers of national security in describing the country's crime situation. One minister did as a divine intervention, one did as a obia, but me think it is going to take all of that plus more, said Kennedy. Bounty Killer blames Jamaica's government for Grammy and the Billboard snub. Bounty Killer, who has been very upset with the Grammys for awarding the best reggae album to the American band Soulja, is blaming the Jamaican government for their lack of support for Jamaica's musical roots. On Instagram, Bounty Killer posted a video of himself vibing to a song featuring Sizzla and himself. His post points finger at the government for fighting against the Jamaican musical culture. while using it for their political gains, which is what he says is the reason why international platforms were snubbing dancehall and Jamaican-born reggae artists. In the video, Sizzla is heard singing, "How them for fight reggae music,"
How them for fight reggae music, keep me moving, keep me moving,
and went on to sing about people fighting against the culture and a Babylon going down. Following Sizzla's lines, Bounty Killer comes in singing about the truth being hidden and Jamaica's roots being destroyed. Under the video, Bounty Killer wrote, "Dedicated to the Jamaican government who is fighting our culture, music, and even with language but still uses it to promote their campaigns. That's why the dirty billboard and Grammy feel they can style the thing, folks." How them for fight reggae music feature at Real Sizzla Kalonji at Breadback Productions.